Well, we're almost all set to go. It was the Warriors that was in the ascendancy that first half. None of this 2-0 in Group A, where these two sides did meet earlier on in this competition. The Warriors somewhat unfortunate not to see themselves in the lead going into this second half, as Albirex in the orange strip kick from right to left. Jamie Reeves joins me in the commentary position. Jamie, can the Warriors sustain this for another 45, or will we end up going to extra time, or even worse, have dreaded penalties?
Well, I don't think Warriors will fancy going to extra time, certainly. They would like to get the job done in the 90 minutes.
Sano looking to get on the end of it. Bayaki, though, mops things up nicely. Just a little bit overhit there for Shaolishak. Akiyama doing well to come across and deal with it, but didn't deal with it well enough, though. Dinked into the far post. Happy Snort just couldn't get on the end of it. Held back in. Shaolishak brings it down. Shaolishak. It's still Shaolishak. Good save again from Nozawa. Second solid save from him of the match. Shaolishak, well, did all he could.
Terrific work from the skipper. It really didn't quite drop for him initially, and then he does so well here, keeps it, gets a little bit lucky there, and good work from Nozawa. Uses his feet effectively. All parts of the body are legitimate for the goalkeeper.
Ball fired in deep this time, looking for Webb. Flicked away to safety. Taken quickly. Chalaku into the far post. Little nudge, and the strike there from Shakir should have been better. Well, chances galore at the start of this second 45.
Well, this was the earlier one for Shaolishak, where he's got no right to get a shot away, really, there. He's only got 3 defenders around him, and finally 6 of them. But he does get the shot away, and again, Nozawa does really well. What an opening from Warriors.
Well, it was Albirex that had an opportunity in the first 30 seconds of the first 45. The tables have swung. Now Nizam does well to come and claim that one.
Warriors have changed their formation now, Paul. They've gone with a much more traditional 4-4-2 lineup. Shaolishak alongside Chalaku up front, Webb wide on the left, Afisnor wide on the right, and the 2 defensive midfielders in the middle.
Out forwards from in the back. Big time and space there for Kamada. He switches play. Here's Webb. Can he get his backside going? Your legs to cut inside rather than go around the outside. Just got caught in possession there from Sakamoto. Kamada.
Albirex getting more players forward in this move.
Tanaka. Fired it in. Sano with a touch. Bayaki with the clearance. Full clearance from Ong, has gifted it to Tanaka. Tanaka fires it in. It's come back to Sano! Stunning save again from Hairul Nizam. He is turning out to be the hero for the Warriors. Whenever he's called into action, he's keeping them out.
Well, that's terrific again. It's a situation, came from an error initially from Warriors. It's not the worst strike in the world. Probably too close to the keeper. Shouldn't have given him the chance to make the save. Great reactions from Hairul Nizam.
All fired into the Sano with the header. Just headed it straight into the ground, and a wasted opportunity.
Well, this is the mistake. That one comes from Zulfadli. And It's got to be better. Sorry, it was Emmerich Ong who made the mistake earlier. That's a great save, Paul. He really does get the hands up very quickly there.
That's 2 top draw saves. Taken quickly by Ho Wai Lun, but the referee wanting it taken from the correct spot.
Yeah, I think that one was taken about, what, 25, 30 metres away from the correct spot, so referee's entitled to crack the whip a little bit.
Ho Wai Lun goes for that, however, in an offside position and interfering with the second phase there was Chalaku.
Well, this is more like Albirex at the moment. This composed play, moving the ball into midfield, back to the defenders, pulling it one way then the other.
Now pushing a little bit further forwards as well, aren't they? Nagasaki with a layoff. Inaba holds it forwards into the path of Nakai. Kamata. Bayaki just mops things up nicely. Goes behind for the keeper.
Well, there's no question that Albirex have come out in this second half with a little bit more imagination, definitely getting players a bit further forward and making rather more positive runs.
Here's Webb. To spin his way in behind the defence. That's exactly what he does. He gets to the byline. Webb pulls it back. Good save again from Nozawa. Well, we thought it would be a tale of 2 strikers. It's been a tale of 2 keepers, hasn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, once again, good work from Nozawa. And let's give credit to Webb. It's not easy when you're expected to beat men. And there he drills it. He just needs to flip that one up to the far post. Chip it up in the air, put some air underneath it, let the attackers come and challenge for it.
And Mekong wins the header and the free kick.
Another excellent piece of officiating now. I'm liking the way this is being refereed.
Hasn't done bad at all, has he, Mr. Letchman? Here's Hafiz Noor. He had that opportunity in the first half, tried to swing it in behind the defenders, however. Nozawa there again.
I think that's a bit of a cop-out from Hafiz Noor there. He's taken the easy option. He's swung a speculative ball in. I think he's got to be a bit more positive.
There's no nonsense. It seems as though his English has come on since he's been here for Kuda. Nagasaki. It's a nice ball back inside. No one picking up Nagai. Nagasaki again. Nagai. Nagasaki. That's a lovely reverse ball to Tanaka. Tanaka fires it in. Far too heavy. Are they trying to score the perfect goal? That's the question, Jamie.
Well, I think the encouraging thing is how many of the orange jerseys were up in their opponent's half there, and so many in the penalty area. Ball comes in and they've got 5 players in the area, whereas earlier in the game they only had Sano on his own up there.
He's not just losing out. American will pick up the ball. Helps it down the line. They wanted the free kick, not given. Kamada just keeps it simple. Nagasaki. Tanaka.
Albirex playing so much better this half, Paul. They look like they know what they're doing now.
That they received kick up the backside at half-time, that's for sure, as that's a decent ball in. He just couldn't get there. They do look a lot more comfortable. Lovely ball flick forwards, the little layoff from Kamada, and the strike from Nakai pulled wide. You are that right though, Jamie. I'm sure we did mention, didn't we, that harsh words will have been said at half time, and you can see the applause there. So starting to go to plan for Mr. Kazuaki.
It looks like they've got a plan this half, and you have to say the way things are moving along at the moment, Warriors are having to chase a lot of shadows and beginning to look a little bit tired. I'm wondering how strong the Warriors will be off the bench. The longer the game goes on like this, I think the more things will favour Albirex.
Thought you were going to say then, the more the game goes like this, we're in for extra time and penalties.
Well, that is always in the background. I don't think Warriors will want extra time, that's for sure.
As mentioned, everybody likes to get things done and dusted in the 90 minutes. It's not a nice way to win or lose a game through penalties. However, it is the only way to decide a game of football.
Kazuaki was talking about that before the game. He's saying we're preparing for 120 minutes and penalties.
Offside, the flag's gone up. Well, that was positive of him, wasn't it?
I think he was emphasising their professionalism, Paul.
I know what I'd say. Let's get this done in 90 minutes. Is he offside? Oh, again, fractionally.
It's really, really close, isn't it? Very marginal.
American has just dropped in there. And as we see Jordan Webb trying to create a yard for himself. Wins the throw in instead. Wailun with a layoff. Just eased out of it in the end, Jordan Webb, and commits a silly foul. That's the frustration creeping back into his game again. Where's that first 45-minute performance gone?
Well, he's had one excellent run in this second half, and I guess when you play your football like he does, there's going to be a lot of situations where it doesn't go right. And you hope that you score from the ones where it does go right.
Solid header there from Shakir. Here's Webb again. And Fukuda gave Wailun absolutely nothing there. Strong challenge there from the skipper, Niigata.
But Albirex clearly pressing a lot higher up the pitch now and putting Wailun and Shakir under a little bit of pressure. That's got to have been the change.
A misheader. Shaolishak tries to scoop it forwards. Just couldn't though. Comfortably out in the end. Sano looking to try and work across the line. And comes away with the ball. A little slip from Bayaki. Here's Sano. Good defending from Zulfadli, just flicking it away to safety. Kamata delivers. Sano the target. Bayaki with the challenge. Chalaku doing exactly the same, just running around really. Never really had the ball to his feet so far in the game. As we're at the hour mark, it's still Albirex 0, Warriors 0. The New Paper League Cup final of 2017. Can Albirex win 3 in a row? Can the Warriors come good? Bayaki with another block.
I think this move sums up the difference in the second half from Albirex. Look at the way they've pushed down the left-hand side, gone back, gone across, gone all the way up the right-hand side, come back across. They're using the full width of the pitch, getting players forward. Much better football.
Okay. Dispossessed. Good work again from Shakir. Shawalishak trying to win the ball back and does so. Not once but twice. Oh, and does ever so well to slip the challenge. Has options ahead of him. Chalaku. Shawalishak on the overlap. Oh, just ran out of space. Bit of frustration there from Shawalishak as well.
Rolled back the years for a moment there in the middle of the pitch. Lovely piece of skill. And then you knew he was going to just do this little dink, and you knew he was going to run out of room.
Absolute legend, of course, in Singapore, giving everything that he's had. 132 caps now for the national team. Of course, let's not forget, he was the first ever AFF Player of the Year back in 2013, which prompted a move to JDT over the other side of the border. Just come back this year. It's a great ball from Nakasaki. Kamata just couldn't get on the end of it.
He didn't quite make the right run for it, didn't he? He hugged the line. He needed to cut inside a little bit, take it a little bit earlier. I think now they've got Chalaku and Shawalishak right up top, and there's a big gap back to the midfield, and that's where Albirex are able to hold on to the ball now.
Chalaku. Emrikong just managing to pick up the loose one. Shawalishak, the little step over. Well, that used to work. You could see exactly what he was going to do from our commentary position, because we were above it and basically on that angle. Chalaku need to pick that one up pretty quickly and realise that he's got an intelligent player like Shawalishak with him as he strays into an offside position. Possession overturned again. Nagasaki. Tanaka. Kamada. Nice little turn from Nakai. Still Nakai. It almost seems like they're trying to score that perfect goal. Inaba was just trying to feed it in to Nakai, who made a run in behind, and Sano was in the way.
Well, retained possession for a long period, and that was going to be the killer ball. I think it might have been offside if it got all the way through there. But
it's as though we are going to have a change. Shakir is going to be the man that will come off. Saif Issa is the man that's going to come on. So that's 3 left backs on the pitch for the Warriors. Shawnee will still stay pushed forwards. Saif Issa, we saw him play a holding role in the league so far this season, so he'll be no stranger to that. And of course he's got that magic left foot and the sweet left foot.
We'll certainly see that on set pieces, Paul, won't we? That's for sure.
Bayaki's going to clip this one forwards. Shawnee just couldn't get there. Hawailun picks up the loose ball, just sprays it out wide to Webb. Webb gets past his man, pulls it in. Shaolishak just had it stole off the top of his head from Akiyama.
Well, that was excellent play from the Warriors. First of all, getting the ball out to Jordan Webb when he had a bit of time and space. And then this is what you want from your wide man. Go at your man. And it's not a bad ball flipped up at all. Good defensive header. Let's give credit where it's due.
Tanaka. Bayaki with a nice little cushion header. Hawailun brings it down. Shaolishak goes to ground, and again, how many times do we see him do that, Jamie? He knows the contact's coming. He almost falls into the ball because there is just a slight contact. And again, I think the word is professional now. You're laughing sitting next to me. You're not saying anything, but you're laughing.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. It's part of the game, winning free kicks.
Saif Issa with a fantastic ball out to Webb, who's onside. Pulls it back. So Fadley with a decent ball in! Shaolishak with a header, just wide.
Well, it's another good ball played into the area, and Shaolishak feeling that he should have done a little bit better with it.
He was just slightly behind him, under a little bit of pressure. Looks as though Albirex are getting ready to make a change as well. Which fresh legs will they throw on? Looks as though it's going to be Matoda that comes on. The 22-year-old who was signed from Mito Hollyhock, getting ready to come onto the field of play. So again, Warriors mixing things up. Fukuda finds Bayaki. Just couldn't find Emmerich on, but that was a poor touch from Kumada. And we will have the change now. So it is Sakamoto that's going to come off. A little bit quiet this second half, even though they have had the lion's share of possession. Matoda, the man that will come on. Saif Issa with another big switch looking for Webb. Webb brings it down. Just couldn't control it enough though. The ball had forwards and into the path there of Nakai. There's the little layoff, and the orange shirt's looking to pull forwards. Saif Issa with a little give and go. Shaolishak trying to stay on side. Jordan Webb though making a run in behind. Here's Webb again. Webb cuts back. Just bobbled up for him when he went to shoot. It's just not happening 100% for him tonight, is it, Jamie?
No, it was a good choice because we've seen him go around the outside a lot tonight. So cutting inside and taking the shot was a good idea. And then, as you say, it just lifted off the ground as he struck it.
Look how much time and space he's got to go down that line, though, Jamie. They're almost inviting him to go down there.
Well, to be honest, they haven't really dealt with his threat at all well throughout the evening.
Albirex are going to make another change as well in a couple of minutes. So they are serious about trying to go for the spoils here. Here's Webb again. Bit of time and space. Cholaku closed his angles down, deflected into the path of Nozawa. It's going to be Sato that comes on. Hazard a guess that the 20-year-old has been brought on for some fresh legs. Nagasaki with the big switch. And the flag goes up for offside, so we'll have that change now. Well, as mentioned, Nakai is the man that will come off. Sato is the man that will come on. So Sato, he was signed from the Japan Soccer College this year. 20-year-old just adds those fresh legs going forwards as well.
Game's become a lot more stretched now. As space is appearing, players are beginning to make mistakes as they tire as well.
Shaolishak gets himself another one of those free kicks. Valesa goes short. A bit of a mix-up there. Taken quickly in a bit of time and space here. Sato from range. More frustration just down in front of us there. Tanaka not happy at all with his teammates. Are we staring at extra time, Jamie, or will we have a little special piece of magic towards the end?
I think the smart man is riding on extra time, to be honest, Paul. Neither side really creating many opportunities.
That's lovely play. Here's Shaolishak. Oh, Wailun trying to make a run forwards, as is Emre Kong. There's a little bit of time and space with bodies arriving in the box. Wins the corner.
Well, it'll be no surprise if it's Shafal Isak comes across to take this. Now again, they seem to have changed the tactic now, Paul. In the first half, they were putting everybody inside the 6-yard box. Now everybody's mustering at the edge of the area. Now they're moving into the 6-yard.
That's their 5th corner of the match. What quality will be delivered? There's a lot of movement again. It's far too heavy. In fact, that's poor.
Yeah, I can't defend that one, I must say. It's a woeful corner kick.
I think you're being generous with that as well, Jamie. Nagasaki. Good closing down from Warriors, who are looking to defend their box. Nagasaki, lovely ball through for Tanaka, fires it across goal. Again, just needing that final touch, but no one could get it. Ball's gone out of play though, so it'll be a goal kick.
Well, that had all the hallmarks of being the moment, didn't it? Really good ball played wide, and it's not the worst ball played in, is it? Always along like the 6-yard line's a dangerous ball.
Solid header. Sano looks to get in the way, but couldn't. It's wave after wave now as Tanaka just feeds it into Nagasaki. Right-footed, decent ball to the far post. Again, Arsenal-esque, as it were, trying to put that ball back across goal and score a simple tap-in. Play continues. Sporting little handshake over there. Zulfadli is to be a little knock there on the skipper Inaba.
Not really seeing very much of Warriors in an attacking sense at the moment.
Challenge in the middle of the park as well. So Messer, who knows how to put his foot in, was there.
Silly challenge from Shaipalisa there, and he's hurt himself in the process.
Play forwards, Webb back inside. It's a lovely ball from Sharilishak. Jordan Webb looking in the middle. Chalaku is there. Dinked into the far post, but out of play. With a poor effort from him.
Well, the quality of the final ball really not good enough there from Jordan Webb. Another good position. Hands to his head straight away, frustration with himself. I think with him, with those tricks that he's got, I would think he ought to take players on in there, maybe draw the penalty.
All 5 forwards again. Webb looking to get on the end of it. Oh, here's Webb again. Has options, pulls it back. Time and space for Happy Snore. Double block on the line and a handball. Penalty awarded. Oh, contentious. With just 10 minutes to go. Could this be the moment that breaks the deadlock and, more importantly, breaks the hearts of Albirex Niigata. It looked dubious, but we'll see from the replays, Jamie.
My feeling was that he knew nothing about it. The ball was behind him and it hit his arm. Let's have a look. Shot comes in. I have to say, it's quite unusual to see those given.
It's just hit the back of his arm more than anything. Trying to see who it was. Yep, it's Akiyama.
Akiyama, isn't it? Well, complimented the refereeing. I feel it's a bit harsh, but he's made his choice. He's entitled. It has struck the arm.
Would you have Mr. Reliable taking this, Shaolishak, or would you have the youngster Jordan Webb? It looks as though it's going to be Jordan Webb with a very straight run-up, I must say.
I would have gone with Shaolishak myself, I must admit.
Let's see. It's Webb up against Nozawa. Saved! The follow-up though from Shaolishak, placed over the top. What a chance that was! And you have to say, Jamie, maybe a little bit of justice has been done.
I think so. It was a very, very harsh decision. Having said I'd have chosen Shaolishak for the penalty kick, he missed the rebound, didn't he? It was a very unconvincing penalty. Very hesitant.
Oh, side foot, that's all it needs. It's a good save, but a poor penalty from Webb.
Poor penalty, poor follow-up from Shaolishak as well, Paul. That's pretty much a tap-in now. Well, how much will that be a blow for Warriors?
Oh, 7.5 minutes remain in the 90 so far. Will we have another chance or another opportunity? Here's Shaolishak now. Apishnor. Saifulissa! Well, you could see he was trying to pick out that top corner, but again, Nozawa to the rescue.
Yeah, right idea from Saifulissa. Didn't really get enough weight on the shot. Comfortable enough take for Nozawa, who's very much been both goalkeepers are the heroes of the night, Paul.
Well, Jamie, you stole my thunder there. I was going to say we started tonight talking about goals, talking about Sano, talking about Jolaku, Shaolishak, and it is the two keepers that are coming out with the most credit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're looking at, certainly, I think at both ends, we're looking at least two situations where you thought this is going to be a goal, definitely.
Will it be Harte? Aaron Nissam comes, Fukuda gets the header clear. It's broken only to Sato. He loses out. Here's Webb. Can he put that disappointment behind him? Jolaku has Webb running in behind. Shaolishak's in the box. Webb drives in. Webb pulls it back. Well, timidly, it has to be said. Albirex stroke it round again. Sato. He is again. Sato dinks a decent ball in. Nakuda with a header away. Danger not clear yet, though. I don't know, looks as though he's getting ready to come on. It's given away into the path of Chulaku. Shaolishak. Shaolishak all on his own. It's still Shaolishak. Just tried to feed it back into Chulaku. Just couldn't find him. Nagasaki. Still Nagasaki. Fires it in. Well, if it was opening up 10 minutes ago, it's now wide open. We should have that change now. We will. So, Fadonor, not yet, no. We had a yes, then we've had a no. And are they going to change the substitute? That's the question. A little bit of confusion here, so the 28-year-old just has to wait a little while longer. I think they're changing the player they're going to bring off. That's what it is. Well, Jamie, let's have a little look again at the penalty. Just hits him from behind. He's not even looking at the ball, and like you said, it's a little bit harsh.
I think most officials would have suggested that's completely unfortunate, completely an accident. But the referee makes his choice. It is a matter of opinion. But I do feel that justice was done in the end.
But he's had a very, very good game, the referee.
He has. I'm not going to be critical of him.
Not at all. I think that would be harsh. Well, there is a change. It's not going to be Fadonor that comes on. That's now out the window.
Is Ho Wai Lun going off? He's barely able to walk at the moment.
Firdaus Kazman, it's going to be that comes on. Well, I think I saw a 61 there, and I don't think there's a number 61 on the pitch. So Firdaus Kazman will be the man that comes on to the field of play. There's no surprise that Ho Wai Lun, who's given absolutely everything today, still only 23 years old, really has done his stock. The pair are good tonight in the final. But with 2 minutes remaining, will we have a late goal, or will we go into extra time? There is still time, though. Both times that it went to extra time in this competition, it went to penalties as well. Lovely little flip back inside. Shaolishak just trying to hold up. Ball feeds it in nicely. A real chance. Oh, Chulaku with a chance to etch his name in glory, and he has blazed that over the top. What a chance that was.
Well, he's waited 88 minutes for this opportunity, and when it came, he was found wanting. It's a poor finish, to be honest. Excellent work from Shaolishak in the build-up. Disappointment for Chulaku.
That wasn't good at all. Well, the Warriors, well, they can feel aggrieved that they haven't got the job done in 90 minutes. They've had a penalty saved. They've had 3 or 4 real good opportunities saved as well. Nozawa has been a hero. And at the other end, Iron Nizam has kept them in it. He's been a hero for the Warriors as well. Shaolishak comes from an offside position. Shaolishak goes into the book then. Sure, that won't bother him. As 3 minutes of time added on goes up. We will have extra time if we don't have a goal in the next 3 minutes. As mentioned, both times that it went to extra time, it went to penalties. That was Albirex Niigata back in 2011. And Brunei DPMM in 2009. If they played it this way, Albirex, by kept pushing and wanting to take it that little bit longer, as you mentioned about the average ages, Jamie, really does play a part, doesn't it? Ball floated in the end, headed away by Zulfadli. Here's Shaulishak. Sliding challenge, a little bit of time and space now as it's drilled out to Emre Kong, who just couldn't keep it in play.
I couldn't see why he couldn't keep it in play there, Paul. I think he misjudged the pitch. The ball was easily there to keep in. But the Warriors look absolutely exhausted.
Oh, when you spoke about the average age of the team and the squad, Jamie, what was it you said for the Warriors? 38,
29 was the average, yeah.
Well, the average is 22.4 for Albirex, and that includes a 37-year-old, 38-year-old in goal.
Yeah, exactly. They look a lot fresher, it has to be said.
Albirex have scored 43% of their goals in the final 15 minutes of matches. So would we be surprised if they snuck one right here at the end? The clock is ticking, 30 seconds to go, and a real chance here. Sano with time and space. Sano trying to feed it through the eye of a needle. Kamuda. The flag's gone up. Well, the flag went up for something, but the corner's been given, so now everybody's getting forwards, and just down in front of us, going ballistic, is Kazuaki. This last chance saloon, you feel. Otherwise, extra time is on. Nakasaki to deliver. Akiyama, Yanagi, Tanaka, all in the box. Fired in, it's deep, it's a free header! How can you have a free header? Hiron Nissan to the rescue once more, who's not happy with his defenders, and quite rightly so. But that means that it's full time here. And as is the case when it's a League Cup final or any cup final, we are going to have extra time. But James